Welcome, guys, to the September 2021 channel update vlog for all your Let's Play announcement needs, even though they are spoiled up top and, of course, on the thumbnail. We've gone through a little bit of time without having one of these to tell you about what's coming next, because, of course, we just had another Let's Play pop out because Axiom Verge 2 was suddenly announced on the Nintendo Indie thing, and then it's like, oh, okay. Well, we just played Axiom Verge 1 to get ourselves in the mood of Metroidvanias for a certain Metroid game that's to come. We don't dread it, that's for sure. So we took on Axiom Verge 2, completing 2 stories of the same series back to back and getting a bit more of a scope on the entire thing and seeing what 5 years later the developer could bring to the fore in a new vision. That said, we also have completed, or nearly completed, 2 other games from a series back to back, with The World Ends With You about to come to an end very shortly. The Neo version will end this week, leaving us with, of course, 2 slots for the weekend Let's Plays on Twitch, 2 slots for the Let's Plays throughout the day of your double 30-minute video goodness. 5 videos a day, we are going back up to. So what games are those? Well, first of all, let me talk about something else for just a second, because just to make you aware, if you aren't already, we have actually got a Twitch-only series going at the same time, with the VODs all up there for you to view if you want to, because we have been playing Final Fantasy XIV A Realm Reborn, and we are now into Heaven's Word at this point in time. So we've been playing the online MMORPG, we've got a couple of people on the stream that come by and we do the dungeons, and then like other people joining for the trials. We're currently playing on the Leech server. Well, we are on the Leech server of the Light Cluster. So if you want to drop by and say hi or anything like that, you can. Or if you want to watch it and see what Final Fantasy XIV is about, literally the VODs are all there with thumbnails, so you know what's going on in that kind of like VOD. So you can click forward to see the bits you want to see if you like the content, see if you like this or that, maybe look at the game yourself if you want to play it. It has a free trial that runs all the way up for its first expansion, which is a hell of a lot of content, all the way up to level 60, yada yada, as is the meme. But if you want to come by, watch that, if you're playing it yourself and didn't know, that is what we're doing. So we've been doing that like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and pretty much Friday as well, with some weekends when we've had some Let's Play gap slots over the last few things, but that will go away. Those midweek slots are pretty much just playing like 4 or 5 hours of Final Fantasy XIV and progressing through its story. Maybe, just maybe, we'll get there for its next expansion through all the other story. But I somehow doubt it, but you never know. You never know. We've even been doing the side content as well, but if we keep doing that, we probably won't get there, but we'll see. We'll see. So with that said and done, and with that made known to you, let's talk about the next Let's Plays. So, I'll start with the latest new release that released, what is that, today? Even though I got it yesterday, thankfully for the mail. So I've already installed it, updated it. It's ready to play. However, we are going to start it Sunday on the Twitch and Tuesday on the YouTube. So if you're looking forward to that and want to watch that, come by then on either of those days, because you know it's going to be a long one as we play Tales of Arise. Now, if you've been watching me talk about this game or the game series as a whole through its latest or later incarnations versus its earlier incarnations like Tales of Vesperia, you'll know that I've definitely voiced one thing that I wanted about the game series in its next iteration. I wanted it to go away, come back with a new engine, a new look, and just kind of break away from what were the traditions a little bit of the game series. Essentially, it felt pretty much the same to me from Symphonia. Yes, the definition was getting a little bit better, but the game felt pretty much bang on the same. So Tales of Arise promises or looks to at least shake it up with that more first-person kind of point of view during battles, the action combat kind of getting a bit more crazy, character switching quite nicely. It's not like things you couldn't do in the previous ones, but the presentation seems to have hit up a notch. Its graphical fidelity makes it look less like the same game from like, you know, each iteration. To be honest, obviously, of course, the polygon count was down for Symphonia compared to what was Berseria and, you know, whatever. But to be honest, it felt to me like they got a little stagnant. I don't know if you agree, and I'm pretty sure you Tales fans probably don't. But I was looking forward to something a little bit more new, a little bit more refined, something just for them to show, I don't know, ambition? Could that be the word? I don't know. Tales of Arise is here, and I'm looking forward to play it after seeing the original trailer, seeing they were breaking away from what was the engines they had before, it looks to be a good time. And I'm all into action combat, as JRPGs as a whole are all into action combat of late. So Tales of Arise, what we'll be playing Sunday, starting on Tuesday on the YouTube. So that leaves us with a Saturday slot of a Let's Play. Now, the issue with the Saturday slot is, of course, I want to leave the slot fairly open for a certain other game to come out in a month's time. That game being Metroid Dread. So I had to try and think of a game that I could play, or I'd want to play. It's actually the more important thing. Within a month time period that wouldn't go on. So, of course, you got most of your JRPGs kind of like knocked out there. You know, you can do, or maybe not. Because when you think of a series that we have covered extensively, every game, pretty much, if you don't count like the re-releases, if you know what I mean, with the little extra bits of content, then you can only think of one game that I haven't done within them. The progenitor game. Super Mario RPG. The Legend of the Seven Stars. It's time to find out what started Mario as a whole down that RPG route with a game made by the original Square, a game that's like 25 years old at this point in time, so we're going back in time, going back into Super Nintendo era of graphics. Of course, it's interesting to find out that Super Mario RPG was one of the last-ish games released for the SNES in terms of like, it was 4 months or so before Super Mario 64 came out with the N64 or something like along those timescales. So it was weird to think that they had like a Mario game there and like Super Mario 64, you know, just barely 4 months later coming out on the next console, etc. So it's like kind of understandable that it would have flown under the radar at the time, though it is considered an RPG gem. So it's time for me to find out all about it. Of course, I've never played it. I never owned a Super Nintendo Entertainment System. So this will be an interesting one indeed. Shouldn't be too long a game, leaving us the Metroid Dread slot in the future, according to how long to beat. But we will see what it has in it and what it really set up for us as we played all that Mario RPG from then onwards. To this point then, we are basically closing out the Mario RPG series. The genre that Mario occupies most favourably nowadays, alongside his platforming. It's either platforming or this, after all. So hopefully, we will enjoy that. And you will enjoy the new Let's Plays that are coming. So with a lineup, Super Mario RPG, Great Ace Attorney continuing on, and Tales of Arise. Super Mario RPG, by the way, I'm planning to start on the Monday on the YouTube, Saturday on Twitch. Hopefully, you will enjoy the content that is to come with Metroid Dread in a month's time. For a bit more Metroidvania, a bit more Nintendo soon, near releases. You've seen the trailers, haven't you? They are properly hyping up that game. They're probably actually getting behind it with a bit more advertising, so that's pretty cool. There'll probably be a direct for it. I don't know. We'll find out. But hopefully, you will enjoy the content that's to come. Join me on the Twitch anytime you want to see some Final Fantasy XIV. Remember, the VODs are there if you want to go watch them. And I will see you for more content in the future. The Let's Plays begin next week. Or this weekend on the Twitch. Choose your fighter, so to say. I'll see you guys around for the next update. Bye-bye.